Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Petunia, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Petunia's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we were working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a slight tug and let go on that training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Petunia has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will show you how to properly put that on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Petunia is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Petunia take off doing that now, and the command is Petunia heel. Now, Petunia has been trained to walk very nicely on your left-hand side at your pace, being sure not to lag behind on that leash or lunge ahead and try to pull you. Not that she could pull very hard, but also incorporated into our heeling exercise is the automatic sit, and that occurs anytime that you stop your feet. If you're walking and you stop, Petunia should sit nicely right there at your left heel position, and she should remain seated until you give her another command. There you go, great job. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and voice command. You're going to take the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay. You then walk out to the end of the training leash. Now Petunia should remain seated in this position throughout the entire command. She went to go down, so Fred just gave her a no correction and reminded her to sit as opposed to laying down. Now this is a great command to help build up her ability to stay for longer periods of time, so you want to make sure that you're incorporating this into your everyday activities. Now when Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around her. Behind her is added distraction. She remains seated, great job, and they're going to run through the heel, sit, and stay for you again. That automatic sit. The automatic sit's also great for when you come to stop signs or cross streets, traffic lights. So Fred leaves her in a sit, stay again. Open flat of your left palm in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay out to the end of the leash. Now they're going to demonstrate the come command. You call Petunia in a happy tone using her name. She should come in and sit nicely in front of you, and then you heel her around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side, and she should sit again, waiting for her next command. And Fred demonstrates that again. Leave her in a sit, stay, and walk out to the end of the leash. Call her in using her name in a happy voice. Make it inviting for her. Make sure she sits. Around the back of you. Good job. Now we're going to demonstrate our down commands for you, and the first is down from a heel position. Again, you're going to use the open flat of your left palm, at this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word firm command to down. You then give that stay command and walk out to the end of your leash, just same that you did with the sit stay. And again, this is a great command to incorporate into your everyday activities, whether it be washing dishes, cooking dinner, folding laundry, watching TV, where you can leave her in a down stay and slowly increase her ability to stay for longer periods of time. Fred's going to walk back around her, returning to heel position. Great job, Petunia, remaining laying down. He heels her out of that, and they will demonstrate that again. And this is a great time to remind you that although you should be incorporating your commands into your everyday activities and into your day and your schedule, you should be setting aside about a 10 to 15 minute session per day to work through your commands in a formal obedience session such as this video. It's a great mental exercise for the dogs. It keeps them stimulated, makes their mind work, and it keeps them fresh and on top of their commands. Now Fred's going to demonstrate that come command again, but from the down position. So she gets up, comes on in. We have them sit in front of us. It prevents them from jumping up on yourself and guests. It's a good behavior to embed into them. So it's very important to make sure that when she comes in, she sits. Good job. Now they do have one last command to demonstrate, and that's our down from a distance, and they're going to heel into position in just a moment for that. Actually, Fred's going to leave her in a sit stay and walk out to the end of the leash for this last command. For this command, you use the open flat of your right palm straight down towards the ground from the end of the leash and give the command to down. Now she walked in, so Fred's just going to repeat it. If she breaks a command, be consistent. Make sure she completes it as expected of her. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Petunia has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Petunia, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.